I'm Sam. You be dragging on this beat.
Alright, real opinion.
No edits.
This is the All Things Go podcast. I'm E.
I'm Kimberly.
DJ Ashmo.
And we got an artist here today. You feel me? Go and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Arts by AP. I am with the Collective Artists. That's a group of artists that we work in the DMV doing all things art.
Okay,
we like
all
that.
things go.
Okay.
Okay. I love
Be in
it.
line then.
Right.
So how you got into art?
Wow. So I've always been an artist. I was the kid drawing on walls, getting in trouble for that. And it's a joke now because I get paid to be drawing on walls and painting on walls. But I've been doing it all my life. And I'm an art teacher. So I went to school for it, and that's what I do.
Okay, art teacher.
Yeah.
What age do you teach?
So I'm in elementary school. So that's pre-K through 5th grade. I teach the babies. I try to do older kids. It's not for me.
I was going to ask you that, like, do they frustrate you, or is it cool because it's like raw talent?
It's a combination, to be honest with you, because you'll see the potential in them, and yet they don't see it in themselves. So it's always like, it's just art. I don't need it. Why? I don't need like, no, it's your GPA. How about let's start there. You get bad grade in art, it should be an easy A, and you're good at it. So let's do this. Like it can be frustrating that way.
So does the art teacher get like the same respect as like the regular curriculum teachers, like with the math and the English teachers, or no, they don't?
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
They be like, you not a real teacher?
No, I don't get that.
Okay.
I demand respect. But what I do get is it's not that serious. Like I've had parents that tell me, like, it's not that serious. How did they get this grade? Well, if I don't have the work, I can't give them a grade. I don't give out grades.
Exactly.
This is
Because
what they
I would be like, girl, it's art.
Right. I can.
Like,
But
girl,
you know
it's art.
what?
Give him a B.
Art is in everything, though.
He drew a stick. Give a like, no.
Art is in everything. You got your architects.
That's true, though. That's definitely
your
true.
math
What we wear
is art.
Everything is art.
'Cause I'm an
Anything.
engineer, so-
Doing your makeup is
And I
art.
do
The way you dress
Your
is art. Hair's art.
Eyelids,
Everything
your
is
face,
art.
Art is in
everything. Our
everything.
bodies.
I want people to understand that if you really invest in the arts, you could be investing in all of the other things that you find so important. You know what I mean? Like just invest in it. We got the parents who be like, and I'll be looking at them like, I didn't go to school for you to tell me this ain't important. I'm telling you it's important for your kid's overall character.
It's
You know
so
what I
funny
mean?
though, because I know for a fact I'm that
Hey,
parent.
there's always one. There's always one.
I know
We
I
just
am.
smile.
Definitely a few too.
And I would be so irritated that you gave my son like a C. I would be so irritated.
I get
Like
that.
he's an honor roll student. You gonna give him a C in
I
art?
get that. I give out warnings though. I ain't that teacher that wait to the end. Your son is at risk. Your daughter is at risk of failing art. Because in my eyes, a C is a failure.
You know, I swear, I would be on the email like, okay, what did he do? What do you need to do to make it out? Then I would call my good girlfriend like, girl,
Yeah,
I was like, if she don't give my son a fucking A,
I'm good at that because I'm that parent. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I'm about to say,
how do you grade art too?
I have 2 kids of my own, and because I have kids, I am that parent too. I'm like looking like, what you mean they didn't do? Show me. So I take pictures. I will send you. Be like, look, they had 3 weeks. 3 weeks, which means this many hours to work on this project, and this is what they gave me.
and then I
What would
like,
you give them?
Kai drew the fucking fish.
Right. Right. And you better shade it right and color it right. You gonna get on
And
it.
show some technique.
Yeah,
you know, that
something.
you
Because you're gonna be like, you
learned,
had 3
something.
weeks to do this, and this is what you turned.
That's what I was gonna ask
Like,
you. How do you grade art?
I do rubrics. I
okay.
literally show the
That's
parents
right.
like, this is how I'm grading craftsmanship. I'm grading on composition. I'm grading on
Because what if
this.
they just can't draw it all?
And there's plenty of that. I see that all the time. I'm not there trying to grade them based on whether they're good at it or not. It's
just
whether
that they
you put in the
tried.
work, whether you put in the work.
That's so
it.
funny that we
So
have
being around kids and stuff, do you think that kids are dumber today than when we were kids?
No, they're softer.
Okay.
Oh, most definitely softer.
You think they softer?
Because they spoiled.
Yeah, they
You
softer.
know, I
like they softer, but they're meaner.
But they get
But see,
so
that's the thing. They're meaner behind
sensitive.
the screens. You see what I'm saying? Because
like any little thing to tick them off.
when I was younger, if you had a problem, if you had beef, everybody was face to face. Everybody said what they had to say, and y'all was gonna wreck or you wasn't. But now everybody's behind the screens, behind the scenes, and as soon as you put them face to face, can't nobody talk. They don't even know how to talk to one another. They be like this. stuck
Oh,
on
for
stupid.
real.
And you be looking like you had all this to say on
Yep.
social media.
Yep.
You had all this to say
Them
via
Twitter
text.
fingers
Yes.
itching.
via
It's
text.
like them dogs who always barking at each other.
But
When
they
the
don't
fence
know
in
that.
the way and
As
you
soon
put
as
them
the
next to
fence
each
go-
other,
Yep.
They don't
they
do
quiet
nothing.
as shit.
Quiet.
That's
Like,
so true.
put the
That's
fence back
so
up, they
hard.
barking again and
That's
shit.
what's wrong.
I
That's so
can't
true.
imagine raising a child now because it's like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my child would be accustomed, but that's just weird.
A cusser?
Accustomed to like
Accustomed
my
to what
way.
she
Uh-oh.
is.
Because yeah, we not.
But see, then you got the parents who training them like that. Because I'm training mine like that. Like I wasn't raised to be soft. Neither will
Yeah,
you be.
yeah,
However, we also then got to. Like my daughter got pulled one time for saying something. She don't even know what she said. She was like, "Mommy, it was weeks ago." I was like, "Well, what did you say?" I don't know. But the kid didn't even want to come back to class. Told their parent, and then their parent came at me, and I'm looking like, my child is sweet. What do you mean? Now, but she's real. So she says stuff sometimes that, other people be looking like, where'd she get that from? Who's that? But it's real. You don't say nothing. And not to me, I can't knock the me out of her, so I let her be her.
Yeah.
Do you how you feel about them parents that be like, my child would not, but and their child be the one that be off the chain?
I don't. I leave my opinion on that. In most cases, when they say it, I'll be like, okay. I would say spend more time with your child. And I leave it at that because that's a touchy subject. Parents will always feel like they know their kids. Like I feel like I know my kids until somebody tell me something my kid did, and I'm looking like,
Hey, like I
you
do
did
not know who you are.
But see,
I do not know who you are.
And then I had those conversations with him though. I'll pull jack my son up quick and be like, who in the world, what in the hell did you did what? They said you did this. And he'll be like, Mom, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. And I'll be like, yeah.
When
It's
we not
different
around.
when we not around. But we all should know that. I know I was I was
Yeah,
definitely
because when I come to think of it, my mother don't have a clue.
Clue. They don't. And my parents were the same way. They didn't know half of the stuff I was doing at a young age. And yet I wasn't going to do it in front of them. As a lot of
But
respect.
real shit, they
Raised
probably
different.
did the same stuff.
Oh, I know. I had to get it from my mama. I know I did. Hey, Mom, love you.
Mama.
So
I
like
had
a
to.
list that came out, right? With like teacher, she had like these words that she didn't want to say in her classroom. Like, do you abide by that? Do you got like a list of words that kids can't say, like bruh, big dog, yo, nigga,
Dummy.
dummy?
So in my classroom, I set the tone. So what I do is like, they come in, I do my whole introduction, who I am, and the only thing the kids will say about me, they'll be like, she's not mean, but she don't play. Like they know what's real. Like I tell them point blank, you having a rough day? Cool. Come in, let me know you having a rough day. The first 5 minutes of my class, I let them doodle. I let them draw whatever they want, so long as it's school appropriate, and I let them chill. So if you had a rough day, you had a hard transition coming into my room, and you say, Miss P, man, so-and-so doing this, so-and-so doing that. You need 5 minutes? You got 5 minutes. Put your head down, get yourself together. Then after that, once my timer goes off, you're on my time now. Put your head up. Let's get this work done. You know what I mean? And that's how I am, because I'm like that.
So
I had rough times
the
too.
kids you teach, are they black, white, mixed?
Black,
So-
mostly, and Hispanic. I got quite a few Hispanic kids as well.
Right.
But yeah, I'm PG County. So that's where I'm at.
All right.
Yeah. So I love my kids. They good. They good kids.
So what artists inspire you, and how would you describe the art that you create?
Ooh. So if I look at old school artists, I'm looking at Frida Kahlo. If you know her as an artist, she went through some traumatic stuff in her life, and yet she still came out on top. So I look at her story. Faith Ringo, same thing, single mom, went through a lot of BS and still pulled off some dope stuff in the end. I feel like I'm the same way. With my artwork, if you really look at my artwork, it shows like the transition in my life. Like my clouds, everybody thinks are so cute, but really they're emotions.
About that.
Yeah, because she got our piece sitting right here for you guys. You know.
So it's an emotional piece. Like all my clouds represent an emotion that I went through during a really hard transition in my life. So each one, like shade, I went through a period where I gave nothing but shade. I went through my stormy period where I was chaotic. I went through my, rainy period where I cried every day, like literally every
So you
day.
was like abusive to a man?
Was I abusive?
To a man, yes.
Why would I?
Because that was your chaotic period. I don't know.
No, I was toxic. And I can admit that. There was plenty of guys, sorry y'all, during my transition. When they say you go through these phases, you definitely go through the phases. So I am product of divorce. my family, you know what I mean, my parents divorced, and then I went through a divorce, and that shit was rough, and I don't think enough people talk about it.
So I got a question for that. So my question initially was, what made your marriage fail, and do you take any blame for your divorce? But you said you was toxic, so was you being toxic part of that?
My clouds came after what I experienced.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say I was perfect. No, nobody is perfect, but God. But I will say during that time in my life, it was hard to hear things. Like, it was hard to really deal with certain things. Like my ex, shout out to my baby daddy. We're not good now, even still. You know what I mean? Like, even still, there's times where I gotta be like, bruh, what is wrong? Like, why are we still here? And
So
then there's
is your
times where
ex,
things
that's
are good.
the ex-husband, or this
Ex-husband.
is okay.
Ex-husband. But
So both your kids is by
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did a bid. I tell people that all the time. A bid is 10 years. And no, I wasn't behind bars, but it felt that way. So I was locked up.
I'm thinking
My
you said
marriage-
he was locked
No,
up while you was.
I did the bid.
Okay.
Like, that was literally my
Jeez.
bid. My marriage of 10 years was a bid.
So
I did 10 years, and I learned a lot in that time.
So he was abusive.
He wasn't abusive. He didn't know how to communicate.
A lot of men don't, child.
Because when earlier I said, was you abusing men? You say I was the abusive one. Well, so I'm thinking maybe he.
No.
Okay.
He know too. But it was just one of those things, like, because you don't know how to communicate on what's really bothering you, and I can't accept what you are communicating. It became toxic. Like, you
So
can't
all
tell
the communication
me
made it end. It was all because of communication.
Oh no, it was up shit.
Okay, let's get to that.
Infidelity.
So
it was
you
a lot.
cheated on him.
Why is it me?
He
I don't know. Why is it always the man?
Because he don't want it to be the man. He's a woman basher a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that.
Who said he was black?
He is.
Oh, all right. I don't assume.
Well, that's good. But no, I've only ever dated black men.
Okay, shout to Dr. Umar.
He just it was, like I said, it was a toxic thing.
How many times was it
She ain't
infidelity?
finished talking.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what she was getting to.
It was quite a few times. I'm sure. There was at least 3 that I could confirm.
Damn.
But I wouldn't.
And you never stepped out.
I didn't say that either.
Okay. You wasn't going to admit
I would have been confirm or deny.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about marriage. Like, when you're really married and you really are trying to be real with what you're going through and how that ain't shit perfect. I'm gonna tell you one thing I really learned from that whole experience. You'll see somebody, because I remember saying this to my cousin. I saw like an older couple together holding hands, walking. I was crying. I was like, yo, that's all I wanted. Yo, like, for real, that's what I wanted. And she was like, she legit looked at me and was like, you don't know what the fuck they've been through. And to get to there, and that's the realest shit.
And it's normally a lot.
Yes,
it's normally a lot.
And if you don't know that, and you get into it, you think it's supposed to be something that it's not. So you really look at it like, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be this. I got my partner for life. But they don't tell you your partner for life could fuck you over. Your partner for life could drop the ball on something. And you got to really and truly commit to the fact that you're like, you know what? No matter what the situation is, I'm here. You know what I mean? And too many people jump into it ready to be happy, take pictures, and do this.
That's all it is.
And that's all it is. And it's not.
How long have you been divorced now?
We separated in 2019. The divorce didn't, because of the pandemic, didn't really come official till 2021.
Yeah, because we got another divorcee up here who was married.
He's my biggest fucking hater.
Oh, I'm just saying, y'all can relate on this topic.
I wasn't married as long as you. I was only married 2 years, but I want to get married again. Do you want to get married again?
I do. Eventually.
So this is my question too. So, in my marriage, he was a good man in a whole bunch of other ways, but I didn't know who he was. So that he was.
Media timeout. What you mean you didn't know who he was?
I didn't know who he was, and like some of the stuff he was into, and some of the stuff he was into was too much for me. And my kids aren't by him, so I was like, yeah, that's way too much.
What, like Diddy type of shit?
He might kill this man. But
he was with like P. Diddy type of stuff?
No, he wasn't.
I would hope not.
That was none of the stuff that I knew of. But like when I think about my son's father, right? So I ain't gonna talk about age, but I know my son for rural.
They know your age.
Like they might not remember. Shut the fuck up. So we was friends for like a real we was friends for like 6 years.
Okay.
Before we like hooked up and had my son or whatever, right? And my son father, I mean, liar, cheater. Like but we've been through phases where we cool, we real good friends, and then we can't fucking stand each other. Then we cool and we real good friends, and then we can't stand each other. But like through the journey, but through the journey of life, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And through dating people, not working, dating people, not working, and just like you say, you seen that couple and it's happy, and so I'm just not attracted to my son. Like I just don't like them like that. But if I look at a situation that I could have stayed in, even though he's a cheater, liar, all that stuff, I'd be like, damn, because at this point right now we're real good friends. So I'm like, damn, maybe I could have made that work with that person.
So you could have put up with all the cheating and lying.
I'm not saying I could have.
You just said that.
And I'm gonna tell you what you
he's still a liar.
What you gotta
really
look
wants
at.
a life.
It sounds like you like super settling. Like this the best I can get now.
No, I
from
don't
what
feel
I
like
went
that.
through in the
But what
dating
I do
field.
realize is, some people. So before, as women, sometimes we take stuff real personal. And the lying wasn't about me. He is just a natural liar. Like I could be like, "Yo, you lying," and he'd be like, "You right." Like naturally,
right.
but it could be something small,
Like petty shit.
yeah, like no, hold up, no lie, and then we gonna move on. Yo, one morning I asked him, I think I asked him to take my son to school or something. He was like, "Nah, yo, I'm at work or something," and I was like, "All right, whatever." We lived around the corner from each other, and I had to pass his house to take my son to school. Yo, we get at the light, this nigga driving by. I call him like nigga. He like, my bad, yo. Like, you get what I'm saying? So like all these years now, it's like I know he's just a liar. But before I used to take it personal. Like before I probably would be like, yo, my blah, blah, blah. I mean, he a good father, but he just a fucking liar. He cannot help it.
And maybe I don't know how people get lied, but I think.
But you know what? I look at people like that. That tells me your character. So now I move different with you. Like I look at my ex-husband, he's still cool, whatever, but I look at his character now. Like not who he is as a man, just in general, but like there were certain things that were telling him of how he carried certain stuff that I was like, well, that's your true character. Because what people fail to realize is you think you know somebody until you're in that situation with them.
What?
You know what I mean? Situations change people all the fucking
How
time.
old is he?
He's younger than me too. So
How old is he?
now he's, how old is he? Maybe 36, 37.
So you married when you was like 26.
Oh no, married, yeah, like 20.
See, and then I be the thing because I feel like men are very immature.
Yeah.
So I feel like me. This is just my opinion. I feel like women we're mature. Period. Then when we become mothers,
Changes us.
we be on it, and men don't arrive like we do. So I feel like a lot of times,
Could it be men or just the men y'all dated? Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Look, he got
I got
line
some
for
niggas.
y'all. Like,
Go ahead.
I feel like, by the time they arrive to the point where as though they recognize the dumb shit that they did, and they're a little more mature, we're done. Where we could get the good side of them, but we might have stepped up.
But not every woman is supposed to be that woman for them anyway. We have to give them that character development. You know what I mean? And I look at it like I was the character development. That was the time I was supposed to. I learned a lot. I've definitely grown from that experience. And now I'm like, damn, I'm better. Like I'm way better than I was when I was with him. I like who I am now versus who I was. I did not like who I was when I was with him. I didn't check phones. I didn't question stuff. I am not that chick. I've never been that chick. Let me see your phone. Like, where you going? I was never that chick. I was always confident because I was always doing shit. Like, I'm a boss. You hear that? Like, I work. I big boss shit. Big boss energy. I was always moving, grooving, trying to do this, go back to school, go do this, get this new certificate, get that. So I never had time to do that, but then I became that female. And I didn't like that.
I feel like a guy can make you that. Listen. I used to check phones too, but I got tired of losing that much weight, so I stopped. I ain't checked the phone about 15 years.
I won't do it.
The insecurity is just bleeding off your
because
scalp.
I don't feel like it's really. I feel like we be. I feel like sometimes as women we be having a sense of entitlement. Like,
see, I checked the phone because somebody tried to be slick, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to check it.
How about y'all respect boundaries and keep property?
I respect boundaries now.
See, and I hate when men say that. I really do. I'm about to get on you for that. I'm about to, because we can share bodies, and we can share fluids, but we can't share phones. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. That don't even make sense. Like, you want to know me personally inside and out, but we can't be. That don't make sense.
That's still
my thing is, I'm not doing nothing disrespectful.
We agreed to share bodies and spit and all that. We ain't agreed to go on each other's phone. How about let's have a conversation?
If we shared each other's phone, we wouldn't be sharing bodies and spit and anything else. And that's what's real. I would let any man go to my phone. Go through it. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you regardless. You're gonna know about this, you're gonna know about that, and you gotta choose this because it's a choice in the matter. If women have a choice, I want men to realize women would choose certain situations because that's where they're at right now. It's like, you know what? I don't even care what he doing. I'm gonna be cool because it's cool so long as I know. It's when we don't know that it's like, bro, you had me ready to jump the room and do all this stuff, and you've been up here lying this whole damn time.
After the nigga cheated the first time, you stayed with him because he cheated 2 more times, so you knew he was cheating. So you made the choice to stay.
So I knew he was a cheater, but you got to remember, I was married. I'm not. If it was a relationship, if it was just my boyfriend, you
just don't leave your marriage.
I'm done. You good?
Did you know any of these women?
Did I know them personally? No, I met them. I didn't know them personally.
Okay.
They weren't like friends of mine or anything.
So how did you find out?
Text messages. I remember one time I was pregnant and I showed up at an event and it was like I could just feel the energy. Like you could feel people's vibes change. Like women will be quick to be like, like, and it was just like this one chick, and I'm thinking I'm being cool with her. I'm like, yo, our kids really get along.
Oh, and that's crazy. She was playing in your face. See, that's
and she, I'm like, yo, we should do play days. I'm trying to be cool because my son is obviously playing with your kid real good, and it just felt weird. Like I felt the energy. And so it was just one of those times where it's like, yo, he didn't never have to say certain things to me. I just knew. And eventually it just got to a point where like, all right, note to self. Note to self. All right, get back on your grind. Get back on this because you can't guarantee this no more.
Did you ever try to physically attack any of these women?
No. Hell no.
Okay.
I'm too cute for that.
The cute ones, they be fighting. The cute ones be fighting.
But I will say this. I let my presence be known because again, I wasn't his girlfriend. I'm his wife, so I don't have to argue with someone who's trying to be in the position I already hold. So I looked at it like I'm gonna let you know what you're doing is wrong. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm a woman of God. I'm gonna pray for you, and I left it at that. You know what I mean? But don't keep coming for me thinking it's gonna be cool because it's not sweet. I want you to pray with me. Don't play with me, and that's for sure with anything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's where people started to like look at stuff differently because it's like I'm not weak in this situation. I'm very strong in this situation. However, I don't have to take the position that you're trying to take from me because if it's up for grabs, it's not my position to begin with. Right. I got this. I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of. My children are going to be good, and I'm going to be good.
Baby, you know God's still working on me.
And he might be.
He's still working on me.
That's okay.
Because you ain't going to play in my face like that. I've been blanked out. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You still fighting?
If that's what happens. The fuck. Shit.
Hey, all right.
If that's what happens. But you know what? We all say that until we're in the position. You know what I'm saying? You know how many,
I'm gonna tell you though.
Was like, I'm not that bitch. You should have done this. I'm for what?
I'm not a confrontational person, but I have a real low tolerance for disrespect. And I think because I'm such a chill, nonchalant person that I take on so much stuff that I snap. So I could really have intentions that I could have been in that situation like, oh, this bitch tripping. And then she'd make one move and then she's dragged.
But real talk, the ones who do all that usually don't want that smoke to begin with.
That's true.
There was one situation in my transition. Lord, thank you for getting me where I'm at now.
That's just like the audacity.
I literally, I'm gonna drag you across the floor. Who?
She told you that?
Who? And at that time, it was like it hit, and I just stood up like, "Yo, you want to see crazy?
But how you gonna fuck with my husband and have an attitude?
But
how you gonna fuck with my husband and then give me side eye?
People, people, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what the other person is saying.
Yeah,
And that's really, and I had to give her credit for certain things because I was like, I don't know what he's telling her. I know what he told me.
Yeah, but let's use common
and that's
sense.
where character.
Ain't no
Ain't nobody.
Common sense ain't always so common.
They don't have common.
Don't nobody.
But it's so funny that men still get away with the same thing. Oh, I don't like my wife, or I don't like my girlfriend. Oh.
That woman will know more about you than anybody.
Yeah, because niggas been to the side woman.
Pillow talk all day.
First
and she
of
do
all,
this and she do that.
but
And
this
then here
is
you go.
crazy to me.
Oh my God, I can't believe she don't cook
If
for
I'm
you.
laying up with a man, but
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't
if you
believe
was
she don't wash
cooking,
your
the
drawers.
nigga wouldn't have that problem. If you
But
was
it's
washing the drawers,
First of all, it's
they
all a
wouldn't have that
lie
problem.
though. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a lie.
Because you came home and you wanted chicken wings and I made meatloaf. Now we gotta be. You knew I wanted chicken wings, bitch.
If I knew you niggas wanted chicken wings, make the damn chicken wings.
See, this is my thing. We not sitting around talking about no bitch.
No.
I don't care if you got a wife or not. You're not going to sit here in my bed keep talking about what she not doing. Like,
yeah, he is, because you the side chick.
no, we
you
not.
gotta know
Go
where you stand if you got a wife.
Go tell somebody else.
Position too. They know
Some
their
women,
position.
but see, it's different types of women. Like,
because if you side trying to be the man, you will play your position for as long as you need to. You know what I mean? I know a lot of women who've done it, and you pray for them, and you just hope that they do better by themselves and want more for themselves. But not every woman. You know what the biggest problem? And I hate men who do this. I hope you don't.
I do it.
You do it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Whatever it is.
I hate him so bad.
They will constantly tell you, oh, there's more women than men. If you want this, men are locked up. Men are this. They will break down the statistics to you.
No, I don't do that.
So that it's like, I
don't know
mean,
the statistics.
like it's
I know the statistics, but I feel like God has a person for you. I feel like it's no lack in that area.
It's not supposed to be.
I don't feel like
I'm
it's
gonna tell
no
you, the
lack.
right man is gonna know. It's
different people that,
I don't feel like it's no lack.
So how do y'all feel as though like maybe the right man for y'all is not a black man?
Baby, let me tell you something. I have always been a woman that said I wanted to love on a black king. But these UK girls is making these white men look more and more by the day. To be honest, I really don't feel like in my soul I would be able to do it, but I think about it.
I just heard somebody say that they got married to somebody and it was cultural differences, and now it's not really working. So
you talking about Jeezy?
No.
Shut up.
But I just feel like it's something in all relationships. It's going to be something to overcome in all relationships.
Yeah, I don't know.
So have you ever went back like to your ex for the dick? Cause you know how women, they be like, well, this the dick I've been having for years, the dick I'm comfortable with before I jump back out there.
Some women feel like they just don't want another body.
No.
Well, you ain't got too many exes because you was like for all, but you did.
She's lying, chat.
I wasn't. How do I put this? I wasn't necessarily happy with that part of the relationship, and respectfully speaking, of course, it was one of those things that we did have some issues with, and so it became.
So how you married a dick that you wasn't even like? It was more love over the dick.
You know, because he was different. No, he was different. You know what I'm saying? Like I fell in love with the person that he presented himself to be. So that
you
during
had to train him.
We be dumb all the time.
We got married within a year of dating. I was pregnant. Legit, real talk. We dated.
Heels in love.
We got engaged. We got pregnant. We got married, and we went overseas. He was a professional basketball player. We was doing the damn thing. It looked good on everything. Looked good on paper. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things that being a good guy, it was like, okay, he's great at this, he's great at this. Yeah, we're locking here, but you look at the overall big picture. I was always a big picture female. Like, I'm gonna look at the big picture. Big picture is I got a place, I got this, we got that, we can grow with this, we can grow with that. Yeah, but I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? They got toys for that, they got this for that, whatever.
So you had one of the first roses.
Let me ask you a question. So, would you move that quickly again?
No.
Okay.
And I'm not going to.
Okay.
Not going to.
Yeah.
Y'all know, I be really torn with this because I feel like I've known people that have moved quickly.
I do too.
And have been married 10, 15, 20 years.
Wow.
I know. Listen, I have this one girlfriend, I lied to you not. And I hang out with her and her husband. They really seem happy and they still like each other. I think they had sex on that first night, and like within 4 months, he told her that he was going to marry her. they've been married for like 20 something years. They got 2 kids. Well, they got like step kids, but they got 2 kids together. They still together. They still happy. They still go out, have fun, travel, all of that. So it's like,
that's amazing.
But
amazing.
then
That's a blessing.
I kind of moved a little fast with my marriage too, and that flopped.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like you never really know though.
You don't. Yeah, I don't think you can judge off of just, couple things or just what people have seen, but I think everybody it's just they soulmate or not or whatever. They just get that feeling with
Do
them.
you believe in soulmates?
I do.
You believe in
I
souls?
think we have different soulmates.
Well, you
too,
believe in souls,
friend
believe in soulmates.
or like people that you just like technically have ties to, where in this life, like we were meant to do something together, or like I'm there to be here for them, or they're gonna do something for me and be here for me, or teach me something. That's what I believe.
I think as females, we focus too much on if a man is presented to us, he's got to be here for something. He's got to be here for this. That man could be there just to teach you how to love. That man could be there just to teach you not to be so toxic. He could be teaching you how to listen. I know a lot of women who cannot listen. And I've had a lot of men say I don't have a safe space. You don't have a safe space because these women aren't really listening. We always, they say something, we got to say something back. Listen. A true listener will take and reflect that.
That's a fact.
I believe
y'all listen just enough so y'all can talk again. Y'all
I think men do that too, though.
Men have gotten very soft.
And men are very insecure.
Oh, yes.
Men have gotten very soft with regards to certain things. But
I think that might be kind of the era that we in. I feel like right now women have made men so disposable. And I really think that's why they like, well, give me some flowers too, because it's like E said, and I don't normally agree with this nigga, but like I'm gonna pay for a date anyway. So just think, if every time he's going out, whether this bitch like him or not, he's coming out of his pocket with something. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if this bitch like me. I don't know. And then she like, fuck you, nigga. Like,
I'm in agreement.
It's $1 million in y'all, you know.
I'm raising a son, and I don't want my son to ever be a simp. I don't want my son to ever be.
I'll take a shot at that.
But don't you also want him to be able to receive love?
But I also want him to respect women as well. Definitely. So I'm teaching my son in the aspect, like I'm teaching my son even about when I'm on my cycle, to know that there's certain things that you should do to cater to that woman so that she feels better. I'm teaching my son.
So I taught him that.
He knows chocolate. Oh, my mom, you tripping? Oh, let me get you. Ma, I got some Snickers. You want
what if it's a girl that don't like chocolate?
Huh? No, you do. It's
she like, no, you do. You might not know you do, but you like chocolate.
I know a girl who don't like chocolate.
Oh, well.
Well, maybe she wants.
But my son do know that, like,
she wants
I'm on. I need my space, like.
Right, and I want to teach my son certain things so that and to know that you're gonna be able to know the woman that is not right for you.
I tell my son that too.
All the time. Like, and you play the position that you play. This what you want from her. You tell her what it is. She'll give it to you, and she don't.
And another thing I teach my son too. I be telling him, like, you ain't got to be nobody's boyfriend. You could be her friend.
Any of that.
You don't just because you want to talk to her or you want to have sex with her. You can be her friend.
But I will also tell my son I will snitch. And if you watch,
he already know that. How you gonna snitch?
You know, I will. I will never be that, because I'm gonna tell you right now.
Don't bring your hurt into his life.
I done seen too many mamas do this, and it's so disrespectful. Shout out to my ex-mother-in-law. See,
that's their hurt.
No, that's not
hurt.
That's
disrespect.
That's the disrespect. That's
disrespect, bro. Everybody gotta go through a whole thing.
What y'all say about snitching? What?
She gonna snitch about the other girls to the main girl.
Like, don't present. We had a culture.
I'm bringing everybody to the cookout.
No, we had a culture where you brought them to your parents.
But don't really like them.
It was respect. No, it was just met my daddy.
Yeah,
you will not be my daddy. You will not be my mama unless it's serious. And then we got away from that as a culture. Period. Now you bring everybody to the cookout. Yes. Everybody to the kickbacks. Everybody to the game night.
Entitlement.
You gotta see who moms like the most.
Do you know what I tell my son? I tell my son, I said, I'm telling you now, if you try to bring different girls around me, I'm going to call them by the wrong name intentionally.
I'll be like,
and I'm going to be like,
what name?
The wrong name. I'm going to call the wrong name. If he brings Tiffany.
Time out. Did this happen before or after the white girl?
Fuck you. This is something that I've literally been telling him his whole life. Like, if her name is Tiffany, I'm gonna be like, hey, Monet.
Oh, Monet.
And if you be like, Ma, that's not her name, I'm gonna be like, well, shit, I can't keep up. You keep bringing different girls around. Like,
that's hate.
No, it's not hate.
Don't bring them.
No, it's not.
That's
Because
hate. I don't like y'all new age mothers.
Yes, I
don't
am.
bring them to my
And
house.
guess what?
care?
Space. That's different. We go out to your awards assembly and you're a basketball star and you're killing it and you just like,
And
hey,
he
Ma,
gotta
this
be
is
an
so.
old basketball star just to
My
have a
son
couple
gonna have to be
women.
something.
God
He gonna have to
damn.
be something.
Listen, my son already
And as much Fortnite as he play, you better be doing something. But
Your son lit. I know he knocking them down.
oh no,
My son
Lord.
is chill though.
Oh,
like
all right.
he not, and I
You
love
just
that
don't
about
know.
him.
Lord.
He's having sex for sure. But my son has a girlfriend. He's having sex. I do think he was getting some head from the white girl.
They
I
probably
do.
get more than that.
But
They get that anal up quick.
Jesus.
I don't even think he that. I don't think he that. My son is like.
You wouldn't know,
not-
yo.
Oh, okay.
They already know, yo.
At that point, you
But
let
he's
go and let
age
God.
appropriate. He's not over sexual.
Right.
My
That's
son is
appropriate.
goal oriented. He spends his time with his girlfriend, but he ain't got to see his girlfriend all the time. I know for a fact they having sex, but it's it's
That's
not.
appropriate. You get to a certain age, you already know.
Yeah,
you don't ask
like,
no questions. You
It's
don't
wish
you know
McComb,
what you
but
know.
yeah, but I still let him know because at the end of the day, I'm a woman. I know how I want to be treated.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't know.
Oh, about her son, because
Yeah.
she's gonna be different outside.
Unless you
You got
tricky.
kids?
Like, no, I ain't got no kids. Not yet.
hint, but
But I was a son.
Yeah, I ain't got
And my
no
mother,
kids.
she ain't know. I mean, since she brought me that camera for Christmas, and then she watched the shit on.
you was recording bitches that young.
Hell yeah, my mother house.
Oh my
Let's get
God.
it. And I ain't know till like 4 years later she brought the shit up. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
See, I get first of all, it's just certain
wow.
things that I don't even want to see. I don't go through my
Yeah,
son's
I'm not trying
phone.
to see none of that.
I ain't looking at no cat. I don't want to do. I'm not doing none of that. It's getting to the point now where I don't even want to check his pockets. I be like, I'm gonna wash your clothes this time. Is there anything in your pockets? Because that's
You
how
don't
I
wanna
found
see the
out he was
condoms?
having sex.
Oh, you seen the condom?
Yes, I was distraught.
I
was distraught. I
It was still in the wrapper, right?
As a mom, everything like that.
It wasn't in the wrapper?
No.
He just used condom in his pocket. That's crazy.
Yo.
You gotta do better, young brother.
I know he
Not
did,
yet.
but I was so mad. I took a
Yo
picture
was rushing.
and I took a picture of it and I put like him, and his father in the group chat. Like
So
this some
what we
nasty
doing?
shit.
This what we
Like
doing?
this what this what we doing. This some nasty shit.
That's some mama shit right there. This
Girl,
what we on?
I
For real?
was
This
like,
what we on?
and his father was like, yo,
He
like
probably had to rush out the girl house right quick. Had to throw it somewhere, forgot it.
the toilet, nigga.
They say you ain't supposed to flush, and you don't want to stop the toilet up.
That's something new.
You're not supposed to flush
I thought
toilet.
you always flushed it.
Not if
No.
now you better not throw it in the trash at
Not
her
no
house.
more.
And then
And
you
you
gotta
wrap it up in
her
tissue and throw it in the trash.
You
Yeah,
really
wrap
don't
it up in
flush
some
toilet
toilet
No, read the back.
Wow.
I thought that's what you
No.
always do.
I had a question. I don't want to be offended, but what's your ethnicity?
I'm mixed. So my dad is black and Indian. My mother's white.
Okay, I'm mixed. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all talking about the white kids.
Scary.
Yeah.
What?
No,
I don't like how that went.
Because my son was dating a white girl and I'm against that.
Yeah, she's still.
You're against that.
She's
Okay.
still mad about the white girl too.
I'm not. I just want my son to date within his race.
I mean, you're his mom. You're gonna have preference.
Well, could he date her, being as though she's mixed?
Mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Because she's black.
what people quote unquote like
Really, I
about
think everybody
they're
mixed. But
I'm different. So it's like one of those, like they don't know what to think when they first see me. So they're like, I used to work in Virginia in the school system, and I remember there was an uncomfortable situation where they were telling jokes, like it was funny. And I sat there, and it was one of those ha ha ha. Like everybody thought it was funny until I wasn't laughing. Then it was like, I don't think that's very funny. And they were like,
What did they
what?
say?
And it was like, I don't remember exactly what they said, but I know my response was, I don't think it was funny because I don't think my dad would think it was funny.
Mm.
And then everybody's face was like, and I pulled up a picture of my father and me, showed them, just like, that's my dad. And they were like, oh,
and
I'm
that's when
so
people
sorry,
think that
I'm
they
so
can
this,
just
I'm so
talk
that. And
freely
they
with
was just,
certain people.
and what I try to get people to understand is they'll say stuff in front of me that they won't say in front of you.
Exactly.
Or you.
Yeah.
Or you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I got to experience that and take that in. and then I have to navigate that because then what they're saying, they'll try to say it's a joke, or they'll try to say it's it was just in fun. You know, you guys say jokes too.
Yeah.
So people be thinking like you just straight white sometimes. Like,
no, they'll think. I've been called white. I've been called Puerto Rican. Most of the time though, they'll be like, "What are you?" That's the.
So what do you think?
What are
You mixed too, Ash?
Yeah, my mom is Italian. She looks white, but she's
You
pale
could tell
skin.
from Ash's last name.
And she would have people talking around her about black people, and her kids were black. So it's like, and that make her uncomfortable. So then what she did at work, she took a picture, put a picture right of us right on her table or whatever, so they knew. And now, because she was in uncomfortable situations.
Have y'all ever been called a mixed bag of nuts?
No.
So let me ask you a question, right?
That was first.
So, like, you know how I feel about my son dating a white girl or whatever, and you just found out. How does that make you feel that that's something like I'm just totally not against having like a white mom and
Why you talking to them like they white girls?
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you. I have a son, and I would probably be like, "What the hell, D? What is this?" Like I would probably question him based on. My family dynamics is I've spent more time now as an adult with my father's side of the family. But growing up, I was always with my mom's side of the family, where they made it very clear that you're not like us. We love you. We respect you. You are who you are, but you're not like us. And so where they showed love and I never really looked at my family as being white, which is weird. It was like, I know y'all are white, but I never was like, that's my white auntie or that's my white cousin. It was just like, that's my cousin, that's my aunt. So what people fail to realize is when you're mixed, you don't really look at it like that. But at the same time, you do understand the differences because people will make it very clear to you where there was plenty of times where I was not white enough for the black kids, but I wasn't black enough for the white kids. And now I'm just here as other. So then you find the misfits.
I put other right on my thing.
I check other whenever it applies because it's like, I'm going to be looked at first within a different scope. I'm going to click whatever they want me to be. What job am I applying for?
I stand in my blackness.
I do too. And that's the thing with my son. I just feel like our community lack good black men. Unfortunately, our black men have used drugs or whatever to like suppress their pain or whatever. Our black community is short of good black men.
I think that's all communities.
I would agree to that too.
And it's a lot of gay
men, period.
I think that
you're saying black because you're looking at the black side of it. You're not looking at the other.
I don't feel like it's no other ethnicity where the black man has been suppressed as much as ours. I mean, the man has been suppressed.
I would agree, but the
man.
Jews would disagree. The Chinese would disagree.
But at the end of the day, when you look at the statistics of it all, it's normally a black man and a woman in a house. I mean, not a black man, but a man and a woman in a house of Jews, of Chinese, Korean, whatever. It's normally it's very rare.
Statistically, it's not true because there's more of them than us. If we going by statistics.
Okay, whatever. You know what the fuck I mean.
I know what you're saying, but
at the end of the day, like when slavery came about, that was their target, to take the man away from the family. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like for me, I know by the grace of God that I have raised a good black boy man. Not perfect, but good. So I just feel like I want him to be with a black woman.
A black woman deserves a good man that you raise up be a good black man.
Yeah, and I feel like because I know he has the tools to then raise another black.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I know that.
Reach one, teach one.
Reach one, teach one.
That's why that white girl infuriated you so much.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm only gonna just give you a different perspective.
And I love
if you're raising a good man, the objective should be to have him then take that to the next generation. Even if he was with a white woman, those kids will still be black. And those kids will still need to know the culture and the cultural aspect of it and will still continue to have that in them enough to say, I love who I am and I want to continue to do good because my dad is great. My mom is great. They don't look at, real talk, children do not look at race until we make them look at it.
But those kids would not be black,
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that.
I'm not black?
You just
I'm
said
black.
you were mixed. You just said you were mixed.
I'm black.
I just feel like
when she asked what you were, you said mixed. You didn't say I'm black.
Let me tell you why.
You didn't just say I'm black. You said I'm mixed as well.
I do that only when it's uncomfortable for other people. If I had said I'm black, you would have been like, what you mixed with? No,
we know you mixed with something, but yeah,
there we go.
Do you represent as black?
We say it as mixed people only because if we say we are black, if we point blank like I'm black, I did an interview and it was funny because they did a whole little thing and I was like, yeah, I'm so glad they represented the black culture. Like I felt good seeing that book because it made me feel this way. And I had so many people hit me up like, wait a minute, so what are you? What are you? What are you? And that's why I did the whole I'm mixed. People think I'm this. I'm mixed. Because it's not because I don't know who I am. It's because y'all don't know. And I got to explain that to y'all. I got to tell you every time, no, I'm black. I'm sorry, I'm black.
I mean, you did get a good perspective, but I want to see my grandkids that look like me. You know, like I do.
And you might see that in their mannerisms. They might give all day, and you be like, you know what, that's me, and I can't knock the me out of them.
But I do want to see. I want to see.
You want to see representation, and they could. I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, and y'all, if you know, even though if I would be a little disappointed, because I understand that. But that's what I'm saying. I understand that love is a hard thing to find. So, God forbid, if my son,
you ain't gotta say it, yo. Okay. I'm with you. You ain't gotta say it.
If that's what it came to, and that's who my son felt love in.
Man, fuck all that.
Lord, please don't, Lord. But if you know, I would be.
Ain't no ifs.
As long as I feel in my soul that this white girl actually loves my son.
Go ahead, you ain't got your seeds out there yet. Go ahead, keep talking.
I know.
I tell you, it'll go.
Look, I done been through all this race stuff, so I don't know. It is at this point for me.
Yeah, they lit crosses in your yard, didn't they?
What?
I be making shit up.
Stop! I was about to be like, right? I was about to be an asshole.
No, I mean, I don't know.
It's life. Everybody got an opinion.
All right, is there anything else you want to get out to the people before we close this out?
Check us out at the auto show. I'm there this next coming week. There with LW Arts. We are painting these cars. Get it? Y'all gotta come out. Check out the dope cars at the convention center. But yeah, keep posted. Like just know art is forever changing. We're trying to reach the next dope artist. Check us out with the collective. Yo.
And tell them where they can follow you at.
You can follow me at Arts by AP. You can also follow me at the Collective Artist and the Creative Sanctuary. We got a space for artists to do dope art shit. So check it out on all social media platforms and Gmail. Yeah, something you want to check out. We're definitely making big moves in the art community. So yes, thank you.
All right, follow us, subscribe, hit the button. All Things Go Podcast.
Kim.
I'm with DJ Ashmo.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
All right, we out.
You be dragging on this